out here getting loose, guys going through some drills. We're all welcome everybody to another present. Of the NBA Live. On two. Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Joel Embiid. George is out there with Maxey. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. And for Detroit, inside for him, it's Harris and Duren. Cade Cunningham out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. It's stolen by Harris. Knocks it loose. George with the steal. Embiid dishes to George. Embiid with a screen on Cunningham. And it's George missing. Now the Pistons with it. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
Now, here's Cunningham. Duren sets the screen for Cunningham. Over George. Cunningham's shot is off. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach J.B. Bickerstaff.
Coach said he knows the obstacles of playing against Paul George. He told me, you know he's going to have his fingerprints all over this game on offense and defense. Our goal will be to minimize how often we let him disrupt our game plan and see how long they can keep George out of the picture. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now here's Oubre, following the miss by Cade Cunningham. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Clock at 4. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And it's Drummond missing.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Cunningham against Maxey. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Team second.
Here's Cunningham, and then Cunningham with the dunk.
And he can make some jaw-dropping plays. Cunningham loves to get to the 10 and finish with authority.
Out to the wing. Embiid finds Drummond. Duren pulls it in. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
They've been undisciplined defensively, getting themselves into foul trouble far too early.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Here's Drummond. Outside for George. Drummond in the post. Defended by Duren. Left side, George. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in.
Good work in deep from George that time. He's far more than just a perimeter threat.
It's Cunningham with the drive, and he comes up with the deuce.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here is George. Embiid wide open. Buries it from three-point range. Embiid's got 5.
For his size, Embiid shouldn't be this good from range. I mean, that just speaks to his raw talent.
Cunningham for 3. It's Drummond with the rebound. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The 3 from George. They get it back, knocked away. And Drummond kicks to Oubre. Launches a 3. They shoot again. In deep, Drummond drops it in.
One of the key components of Drummond's game. He's an intimidating presence on the offensive glass.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Duren. Good D by Drummond.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Stolen by Thompson. And now the Pistons fast break. And Duren slams it in.
Absolutely locks down on the defensive end. Thompson creating offense now with that defense.
Embiid from outside. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
A revenge bucket right there. Cunningham making up for the 3 points at the other end.
Maxey against Cunningham. Oubre finds George. Shot clock at 6. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
You know, you can't allow Harris to get comfortable there now, guys. I mean, once he gets the positioning he wants, you're toast.
Maxey passes to Drummond. For the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. And good that time. Cunningham's got 11 points.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Detroit.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Cunningham is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Duren in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. Now here's Thompson. Still yet to score. And Thompson slams it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town. And those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
The 76ers trail by 8. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. He's checked in for Drummond.
Number 28,
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Maxey kicks to Oubre. Drills the three-pointer. Oubre's got himself going there. His first points of the game. On the deep ball.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Cunningham drives in. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 7-point differential. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Strong take by the wily Maxey. He is fantastic at turning on the Jets.
And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Team second.
Cunningham for 3. Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
Now, here's George. They set the pick. The tray. Rebound by the Pistons. During's got 7 rebounds in the game. Hardaway, no good. The 76ers trail by 6. Oubre on the wing. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Over Thompson. Oubre can't get it to go.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now, here's Thompson, and the layup falls. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
Gotta do more than this. Stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Tobias Harris-Clark has played over a dozen years in the NBA, and he is still a solid third option.
He really is, and he only played 1 year in college, and yet has been steady and consistent. He might not be the most efficient scorer, but he still does a lot of good things when he's on the floor, and he does them at both ends of the floor.
And the shot is good.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Here's George. Thompson with the rebound.
Philadelphia foul.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
Detroit leading by 8. Cunningham outside, inside. Here's During. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The 76ers have gone just 33% for the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. That's 3 of 9. A nice shot by George.
And sometimes with George, it doesn't really matter where he's squaring up from. If he's in rhythm, even from distance, you've got to get a hand in his face or he'll drain you.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Yabusele, guarded by Harris. Maxey passes to Oubre. With some arc. Rebound, Detroit. Now Thompson. He's got 6. 24 seconds left to play in the first half. Rebound by Joel Embiid. The 76ers trail by 5. Outside, Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
26.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Kate Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. They've got Edwards. Lonnie Walker is out there with Lowry. And it's Yabusele in at the force. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to talk to his guys.
Until it's 2 left feet there. Onto the floor for the 76ers.
And there's the try. Yes, that goes in. Grimes has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the 76ers. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
You got to stay down if you're the defender there. On defense, you keep your feet on the ground. Schroeder using the pump fake to draw him in.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. 76ers trailing. Lowry kicks to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Fontecchio down low. Edwards there, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Drummond dishes to Edwards. Back to Drummond. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it.
Pistons basketball.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Lowry against Schroeder. There's the pick. Fires the 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Outside Lowry. Pass to Grimes. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Ivy with the bucket.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in there.
And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Trailing by 4. Drummond finds Edwards. Drummond sets the screen for Edwards. Back to Drummond. Pass to Grimes. Shot clock at 5. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Stewart. Pistons leading by 4. Ivy, no one around him. Rebound by the 76ers. Drummond's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Walker the pass to Drummond. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. The Pistons have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Ivy. Knocks down the 3-ball. Ivy's got 5.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Lowry against Schroeder. They set the pick. And Walker kicks to Drummond. Another miss by Philadelphia. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Holland gets it to go.
Yeah, a natural scorer. Ivy is developing into a tremendous playmaker.
Outside, Walker. Drummond with a screen on Ivy. Poke loose. And now Ivy running the floor all by himself. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Wow, Ivy just takes off. That high-effort transition play, that's what will make him an asset moving forward.
Outside, Edwards. No one near Drummond as he lets it go. The 76ers again can't hit it. Schroeder against Lowry. Stewart with it. He has yet to score. Walker against Ivy. Shot to stop the run. Another miss by Philadelphia.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
He's getting his first free throw. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now.
Second personal foul. Team second.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here at the end of the third quarter,
Here we go, everybody.
and 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The 76ers trail by 14. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. Cunningham is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Thompson in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Cunningham outside. Duran with the screen on Maxey. That's a 2 from Cunningham. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Oh, great anticipation by Cunningham, managing to get his hand on that shot. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Pass to Cunningham. Duran sets the screen for Cunningham. And Duran slams it in.
Just a fantastic decision maker. Cunningham giving it up in that two-man set.
Here's Maxey. He takes it in. Back to Drummond. George with the ball. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the team has to close down on quickly.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
Team foul. At the line for your Pistons, Thompson. 2 shots. The players on the video review.
Closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The 76ers trail by 18. Nobody near George. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist.
Nice rhythm to that play right there, and George was ready to fire.
Here's Cunningham. And it's sent back by Drummond. Maxey on the wing. Covered by Cunningham. Oubre passes to Maxey. 76ers moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Embiid with a screen on Hardaway. A nice shot by George.
Because of his incredible scoring ability, many consider George to still be a star.
Here's Cunningham. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game. Maxey passes to George. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And Drummond kicks to Maxey. Basket good.
Really showing you how quick he can be with the basketball. Maxey letting it fly in a hurry.
Here's Thompson. Lays it up off the glass. That's now 8 points now in the game from Asar Thompson.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
And, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Oubre on the wing. Back to Drummond. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's where Drummond generates most of his offense. I mean, he's got a lot of moves in the low post.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Cunningham outside. On the wing, Harris. A three-pointer off the mark.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there. Coming in the post. Defended by Duran. Embiid, the pass to Maxey. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. And there's the defensive 3-second call. In a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Pistons.
You know, this is an example of why conditioning can be so important. I mean, it can be critical. They continue to sprint the floor, and there's no let-up in sight.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it. And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Detroit.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Cade Cunningham.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Pulls up from the corner. Oubre can't get it to go. From deep three-point territory, it's off. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. Some good competition, but the home...
Meet the start. Starting lineup.
Greetings, folks. A look at the opening lineup for Washington. We've got Jordan Poole, George out there with Sarr. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Coulibaly in a two-guard. And for Detroit, down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. Cade Cunningham out there with Tim Hardaway. And it's Thompson in at the three. And Grant, for each of these teams, wins have been tough to come by lately.
No doubt. That creates a little bit of added pressure, too. So the last thing a struggling team wants to do is lose to an opponent in the same situation.
4 on the clock. Poole shot is off. And here are the Pistons. Now Cunningham. Here's Duren. Tries again. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Detroit shooting their first free throw of the night here. The free throw drops for Duren. And it's 6-10. Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
And he makes it.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
Outside Coulibaly. And he buries his first look.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
It's rebounded by Washington. Middleton outside. Lets the three fly. And Cunningham pulls it down.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Here's Middleton. Kicks it to George. Launches it. Knocks down the long J. It's a tie ball game.
You know, if his shot isn't available, Middleton is moving the ball, and he's a pretty skilled passer.
Here's Cunningham. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Cunningham's got his second bucket of the night.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Cunningham. Here's Duren. Kicks it out to Cunningham. From deep. And it's Poole with a rebound. The Wizards have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
And Detroit has possession. The Wizards making their last shot. And it's Cunningham missing.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Poole from long range, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And here's Cunningham outside. That's tipped. Second chance shot. Duren, no good. Washington leading by 3. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Back to Middleton. And the ball out of play. The Pistons will have it. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, JB Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. I talked with him about how he's approaching matching up with Jordan Poole tonight, and he said to make sure we don't lose him on defense. We have to talk, and we have to know where he is. Expects his team to be very active and talkative here tonight. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Cunningham. Knocks down the triple. Cunningham's gotten his third basket of the night.
Yeah, an encouraging sign. When Cunningham is dialed in from deep, he's dangerous.
Poole shot is off. The Pistons have gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Cunningham passes to Harris. And Harris throws it down.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
Cunningham against Poole, and he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Poole shot is off. Cunningham up top. He's got 7. And Harris throws it down.
This night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
And so it's Detroit with it.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
Poole outside. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Cade Cunningham. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce. And boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Tim Hardaway is out there with Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the 5, down low. That's the group for Detroit right now. And he jams it home with authority.
Every time I watch Sar, I'm just amazed at how light off the floor he is.
Brad, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sar has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
Now here's Hardaway. No made baskets yet. Pass to Middleton. Back to Coulibaly. Middleton looking around. George a screen on Hardaway. Here's Middleton. Just 5 on the clock. And Poole launches it from deep. Here's Sar. Kicks it to George. Now here's Coulibaly. Covered by Duren. Poole against Cunningham. Poole shot is off.
The fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
On the wing, Thompson. George defending. Thompson, no good.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Here's Poole. Kicks it to George. Back to Poole. From deep three-point range. Poole can't get that one to fall.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Cutting apart the defense on the drive. Cunningham's skilled at getting to the cup.
The Pistons lead by 5. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This league rewards winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it." Guys? That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you. Here's Middleton. The Pistons getting their last shot to go. Puts the move on.
Yep, count it. And Doris, some use the term stocks to add up steals and blocks. Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama's stocks are through the roof.
Well, in fact, since the turn of the century, only 5 rookies ever have averaged over 3, quote, stocks per game. Victor and Chet are both on that list. And listen, if you're a passionate NBA fan, you are so excited about these 2 young men. The size and the skill and the eye-popping things they're doing on a nightly basis. The NBA is in good hands.
Here's Harris. Pass to Hardaway. Over Poole. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
George outside. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
First team foul.
1:04 left in the first half of this game. Poole outside. It's George on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. George has got 7.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Now here's Cunningham. 16 points for him. No good on the 3.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys. Oh, man, the defender really went after him.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. He's off on the second. Detroit leading by 5. Hardaway, the pass to Thompson. Cunningham outside. Takes the 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Cunningham's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
A pretty big component of Cunningham's game. He knows how to produce from the arc.
Poole against Cunningham. They set the screen. Poole work in the interior.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. Pistons ahead, up by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Fans, please direct your attention now to center court. And get ready for the fans. Half-court shot. Drums, please.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Nice game. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Checking out the group for Brian Keefe to start the second half. They've got Rashawn Holmes, Marcus Smart out there with Sadiq Bey. Then there's Corey Kispert, and it's Champagnie at the 4-man position. Kispert's shot is good.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Shot's good by Schroeder.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Kispert outside. The 3 is up. The rebound by Detroit.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Schroeder. And that one's good. And it's an 8-point Pistons lead.
This guy is a creative offensive talent. Dennis Schroeder can hit defenders with a variety of moves. Go ahead with the floater.
The Wizards have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. And if you're a longtime Washington Wizards fan, you have to be pining for the glory days, Doris.
And think how far back those glory days were, the 1970s. Back then they made 4 finals and won 1 championship. But since that point, BA, they haven't even made a conference finals. And yet again, they are in a rebuild. Incredible.
I tell you, it's not often, but Marcus Smart working the pick and roll, effective in that particular instance.
Stewart, the pass to Schroeder. And the call will be on Corey Kispert. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Schroeder. Smart knocks it loose.
This guy is an absolute menace on the defensive end. Marcus Smart with the rejection.
Snatched away. Ivy outside. And a miss there on the triple. Wizards trail by 6. They swipe it. Right side Schroeder. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Team second.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. They set the pick, and here's Ivy from the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Ivy's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Simone Fontecchio, a name some may struggle with, but as well as he's played, get to know it. Actually, his teammates nicknamed him Tech. He said, when I first got to the NBA, they started calling me that, and I was like, guys, I don't like it. No one's ever called me that. But then it stuck to me. Now I like it. Brian?
Yeah, now you have to like it. All right, great story, Allie. Good work there as it goes. Collins gotten his first basket of the night.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Smart passes to Champagny. Three-pointer, no good. And Schroeder has got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. 13 foul.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed.
Well, you have to take advantage of the chippies when you get them. Nice job by Dennis Schroeder in close.
Smart against Schroeder. Pass to Bay. Over to the left wing. Here's Champagny. Holland with the rebound. The Pistons lead by 10. 1:11 left in the third.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
To the paint. And stolen by Bay. 3-on-3. Here's Smart. Kispert outside. There's 37 seconds left in the third. 5 on the clock. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Fontecchio. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And here's Kispert from the arc. The Wizards with another miss. Outside Schroeder. Stewart, screen on Bay. Schroeder into the lane. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's the Detroit Pistons. A sizable lead. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what
do with it once it was there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. Tim Hardaway is out there with Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. Hardaway, the pass to Harris. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
In so many ways, Harris can beat you. He has the size and skill to score from all 3 levels.
Here's Poole, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Thompson. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Well, the defense looks helpless trying to contain them in the open floor, and they've continued to exploit this advantage.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Cunningham looking it over. 5 to shoot. The Pistons need to get one up quick. And Harris throws it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, BA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Up top, George. Poole outside. Oh, using that sweet stroke. Poole connects from deep.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Here's Cunningham. Out to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Duren tips it back in.
Big time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make. The Wizards trail by 13. Poole for 3. Rebound Detroit. Duren's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. From behind the arc. Goes back up. Another shot. Kicks it out to Hardaway. There's the triple. Some solid defense from Coulibaly. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. George's shot is off. The Pistons lead by 13. And here's Cunningham outside. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got his 6th rebound on the night. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's George. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
What you love about Thompson is his versatility at both ends of the floor. He's even able to block shots like that. And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way. Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
That'll hype his guys up. Middleton right back with one of his own.
Cunningham outside. Kate Cunningham with the flush.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Yep, that one goes. Cunningham's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Pistons.
Tonight, they got everybody in on the scoring. Had nice passing, which led to good looks.
Just solid play by these guys.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Cade Cunningham.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Moves it outside. Over George. Here's Cunningham. Banked it in off the glass. Cunningham's got 30.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Assisted by Jordan Poole.
And here's Cunningham outside. No good. And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game.
These two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
And now Washington starting group. They've got Marcus Smart. George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Sarr, and it's Koulibaly in at the two-guard spot. Sarr gets the bucket.
Well, Sarr continues to develop that three-point shot, hoping to make it a reliable part of his game.
George passes to Oubre. And George kicks to Embiid. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
The wheel come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Koulibaly. Takes the three. That one's rebounded by Embiid. And the 76ers with possession. With the league 65-game rule, Joel Embiid might have trouble making another All-NBA team.
Yeah, he's only reached that 65-game mark twice in his career. But he's still a lock to make the Hall of Fame, Kevin, because of how dominant he is when he plays. And look, he's already got an MVP.
Smart passes to Sarr. Sarr sets the screen for George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Kelly Oubre. The Wizards shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That free throw missing.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt the same way.
Oh, yeah. What you say out loud versus your actions can be very, very different in this game. When you have a chance to go big game hunting, you do. The goal was to bring in some help for Embiid and Maxey, and they accomplished it.
Now, here's Oubre. And the three off target. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. Now, the two of us talked about how important it is to make sure Chris Middleton doesn't get going. Coach said he's an all-star caliber player for a reason. Now, I told our guys to make sure we know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, it sounds like they respect and are aware just how impactful Middleton can be. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And here are the 76ers now. Following the three-pointer by Washington. Outside for George. Three-pointer. Hits the three-point bomb.
And what a smooth.
Washington's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. George sets a screen for Smart. Outside, George. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Just a heads-up play by Smart, pushing the ball ahead. He knows not to hold that ball when someone has a good look ahead.
Stolen by Middleton. And now the fast break, Middleton with the ball. Smart misses.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Here's Koulibaly. Drains it from beyond the arc. Koulibaly's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Wizards. The 76ers trail by 4. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Maxey finds Embiid. Oubre with it. Oubre, a screen on Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's George finishing it off.
A fantastic shooter from deep. George forces defenders out. And then that just opens up the driving lanes for him.
Middleton the pass to Sarr. And he uses the glass on the layup. Sarr's got 5.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here's Maxey. Still without a basket. Oubre, no one around him. And he's good on the 3-ball.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Middleton the pass to Sarr. Back to Middleton. George with the defensive effort.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Now Embiid. Embiid with the screen on Smart. Maxey kicks to Embiid. Back to Maxey. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Wizards out front. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And they've also been effective from beyond the arc tonight. And if that continues, guys, it can really open up the rest of their offense.
Oubre out there with George. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
And Philadelphia has possession. They trail by 1. Maxey with it. Scoreless thus far. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Shot by Grimes. No good. Washington has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin, wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Pass to George. Oubre sets the screen for George. Oubre kicks to George. Oubre, a screen on Middleton. Shot clock at 5. Here's George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Chris Middleton.
Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
This team thinks they should be up in front, but at least they tied it up.
Here's Koulibaly. 8 points for him. Down low, Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
This is why you involve the big man Sarr in pick and roll. He understands how to take advantage.
Smart against Maxey. Outside, George. From downtown, and it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Now here's Middleton. Nothing on the board. Sarr, the pass to Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. Smart on the wing. He's covered by Maxey.
And the timing from George there on the rejection, using his long reach to turn away the shot.
The 76ers trail. Embiid in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Wizards have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Clock is at 3. Middleton can't get it to go. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Embiid, the pass to Grimes. The 3 from George. Rebounded by the Wizards. Sarr's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And we talk about Middleton's accurate shooting often, but they're reminding us of his dunking ability as well.
Oubre kicks to Maxey. Back to Oubre. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Washington leading now by 4. Oubre with the steal. To the wing on the left. Grimes with the bucket. Grimes has got his first basket of the night.
Such great feel for the game and where his teammates are. Maxey letting his basketball IQ take over.
40 seconds left to play here in the half. On the wing, Koulibaly. He's got 8. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. George finds Embiid. Embiid sets the pick for George. He nails it, and we're tied up. George has got 8 points.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Middleton looking it over. Here's Koulibaly. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
So the Wizards 5 right now. We've got Rashawn Holmes. Jordan Poole is out there with Brogdon. Then it's Corey Kispert. And it's Champagnie in at the 4 slot. Washington has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Pass to Holmes. To the paint. It's stolen by Lowry. Here's Edwards. Banked in off the glass. Edwards got the lead up to 2 now for the 76ers.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking him right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Wizards shooting at 50% in a decent group. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty draft record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
The shot by Brogdon, no good. The 76ers shooting inefficient, 53% from the field. Yabusele passes to Lowry. Now Drummond. The kick out to Walker. Drummond with a screen on Brogdon. Walker dishes to Drummond. Another shot. Rebounded by Holmes. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. To the middle. There's the steal. And here's Edwards from the arc. Offensive rebound. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Yabusele. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Poole, the pass to Holmes. The kick out to Poole.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Edwards with it. Holmes covering. Edwards passes to Lowry. Trying to get something going. Buries the long-range jumper. Lowry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Can't let Lowry get comfortable from beyond the arc because he's more than capable of hurting you from there.
Here's Poole. It counts. And the foul.
Defensive foul.
Kyle Lowry picks one up there. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And worth mentioning, guys, the free throw percentage he brought in from last season, how about 88%?
Lowry kicks to Walker. Drummond with a screen on Brogdon. Walker finds Drummond. Left side, Edwards. To the inside. To the wing right side. Now, here's Kispert. Lowry covering. Back to Poole. They set the pick. Pass to Champagny. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. 76ers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Drummond sets the screen for Edwards. Driving inside. A second chance effort. Rebounded by the Wizards. Brogdon outside. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind it out.
And we've reached the end of the third. Wizards lead by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Kelly Oubre out there with Embiid. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Maxey kicks to Embiid. Oubre, a screen on Middleton. George finds Oubre. Embiid with it. And here's Maxey. Over Smart. Second chance shot outside for George. Here's Grimes. He's defended by Koulibaly. Now Sarr. Here's George. And it's good for two. And it's an 8-point Wizards lead.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Building out this lead brick by brick, they have taken a very methodical approach.
Oubre passes to Embiid. Back to Oubre. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Oubre, a screen on Smart. Here's Maxey. Good work defensively by Smart. Wizards leading by 8. And George, here we go, beyond the arc. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night, and the foul on Marcus Smart. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
His 3rd personal foul. First team foul.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Kicks it out to Maxey. George against Middleton. Shot clock at 6. And George with the stuff.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Smart against Maxey. Sarr sets the screen for Smart. Inside. Sarr's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 6. Maxey kicks to Embiid. It's George on the wing. Embiid with a screen on Middleton. Back to Embiid. And a miss there on the triple.
Questionable shot selection on that three. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
George looking over the floor. Sarr sets the screen for George. Washington needs to get a shot off here. For a 3, Middleton. And another miss by Washington.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
And George gets the whistle. And so the coach's challenge here comes in.
The play is under video review, under NBA rule. There will be
some of the more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, guys. During the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. Now, he asked the defense to lock it down inside. He said, let's get physical. I don't want them to think we're soft in there. No more easy shots in the paint. So that's what the defense is set to do. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Attacking in a big moment. Maxey is not holding back.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Oubre, a screen on Smart. Here's Maxey.
Marcus Smart is just an absolute dog on defense. Look, he is annoying.
Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Wizards.
They had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
Koulibaly finds Middleton. Great look, but off the mark. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The 76ers with another miss. Fast break, here we go. Smart, wide open, he fires. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Smart's got the lead up to 13 now for the Wizards. And George gets it to go. And the Wizards with possession. And Washington can just let the clock run down here. Middleton with a screen for Smart. Middleton outside. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
For three.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an out.
on 2K Sports. Now let's check out the starters for the Detroit Pistons. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. Tim Hardaway is out there with Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. And for Philadelphia, we've got Paul George. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Maxey. And it's Grimes in a shooting guard. Thompson with the block.
What you love about Thompson is his versatility at both ends of the floor. He's even able to block shots like that.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Cunningham, right side. Up and in on the layup.
Cade Cunningham now running that two-man game. You've got to stop the ball.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Well, Oubre, the closer he gets, the more excitable he can be. What a finish.
Here's Cunningham. Soft touch off the glass.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Last season was tough for the Pistons, Brent, setting an NBA record by losing 28 games in a row.
BA, I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to go on the bright side. Look at their core. It's led by Cade Cunningham. This guy is ultra talented. He's still in his early 20s. They have a lot of young talent on the roster. They're going to be better, and they play way better in the second half of the year. So how's that for some positivity?
Now here's Cunningham. He's closely guarded. Here's Duren. Goes back up. And the dunk by Duren.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Maxey attacking. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Duren, the screen. There's Cunningham with a three. Gets the three to fall. Cunningham's got 7 points.
No doubt Cunningham has that extended range for him. It's about becoming much more consistent.
George passes to Maxey. Pass to Oubre. Shot clock at 6. Oubre, a screen on Thompson. Out to Oubre. Unloads. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Can't lay off Oubre that far. He's good at taking advantage of that separation.
Cunningham outside. Here's Thompson. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
And Brent, 2 of the best athletes in the league are brothers, Asar and Amin Thompson.
These guys are absolutely off the charts in terms of their elite ability to get up off the floor. And Asar came in a little less heralded than his brother, but he might have a slight advantage in a very important category, and that's shooting the ball.
For 3, Hardaway. The rebound by Embiid.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Well, Oubre can get up there, and that time brought his tool belt and got out the hammer.
Pass to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Inside. Here's Duren. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Duren's got his second basket of the night.
Cunningham finding the open man there.
Here's Maxey. Screen by Embiid. For 3. hits a three-pointer.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Cunningham. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Philadelphia has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Out to Oubre. With the drive. Pass to Grimes. Embiid, a screen on Cunningham. Now Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, Embiid can throw it down from anywhere. So much power for the big fella.
And here's Cunningham outside. It's rebounded by George. Here's Grimes. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Philadelphia on top. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
We've got Kelly Oubre. He's out there with Joel Embiid. Paul George out there with Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning a title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning. That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night."
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. It's a 3-point game. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
And it's Harris with the rebound. The Pistons lead by 5. And they've been producing at a high level.
Oh, yes, sir!
Oh, wow!
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Here's Maxey. The shot from the low post is good. Maxey's got his second basket.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Thompson passes to Durant. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a 3-point play. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break adds to your total in a hurry.
And it's Cunningham missing.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Oubre Jr., difficult play there, but finds a way to get to the free throw line.
And that one falls for Oubre. And as the perimeter game took over, it seemed that the dominant big man went away a bit. Instead, the bigs just got more skilled, Brent.
Well, B.A., dominant big men are really hard to come by. So when you do get one, there tends to be a lean. But yes, it's been about the skill of the big over the past few years, along with the game transitioning to the three-point line and picking up the pace. There'll be another big man out there who changes the game back to the low block, B.A.
The kick out to Maxey. And stolen by Cunningham. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And that's good thought process from Cunningham, just in position to come up with a steal.
Maxey against Cunningham. Outside Oubre. Now here's George. He has 6. On the attack, Oubre. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oubre does a great job there. Finds an avenue, slinks his way in there, and then jumps over the top.
Cunningham passes to Hardaway. Harris, a screen on George. Driving in. Hardaway. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Second team foul.
Free throw off from Hardaway. Well, if the Pistons are going to turn things around, Brent, it needs to start on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's part of it, B.A. It's not surprising that they've been in the bottom 5 defensively over the past couple years, and that's what happens when you pile up a bunch of young players who want to prove themselves, and by proving themselves, it usually starts on the offensive end. We'll see if these guys being together start to take some pride in stopping their opponents.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Yep, that one goes. Oubre's got 7 now in this quarter.
Yeah, probably going to have to do more than that as Oubre's finding a way to get into that seam and then overcomes that aggressive defense to score.
Pass to Duren. Now Thompson. Maxey covering. Back to Duren. He's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
Cunningham drives in. And the powerful one-handed slam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half. And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Ooh, Cunningham making moves inside.
Yeah, Cade hard to stop. He's got his motor revved high tonight.
Maxey passes to Grimes. Here's George.
Forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for Detroit, providing the scoring punch right now, putting up a cool 22. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up that shot.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Nice game. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And on the floor for J.B. Bickerstaff as we get into the second half. They've got Dennis Schroeder, Holland out there with Simone Fontecchio. Then there's Ivy, and it's Stewart in at the center position. All right, Brent, what do you see in Isaiah Stewart's game?
Well, coming in, he's always been that junkyard dog mentality, right? Try to play physical, rebound, bump guys around. But there's a little bit more to Isaiah Stewart in the way that he can shoot the basketball, expanding his range and knocking down some three-pointers. So some flexibility and some creativity on the offensive end. And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Lowry, no good.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
76ers trail by 14. Walker passes to Lowry. Here's the pick. The 3. Sinks it from distance. Lowry's got 6.
Kyle has those nights where he just steps back and his range seems to increase with the confidence he has.
Schroeder against Lowry. Picked by Stewart. On the attack, Schroeder. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Pistons lead by 13.
And there is no quit in what Isaiah Stewart will do on the glass.
Lowry with it. He's picked up by Schroeder. Outside Edwards. Drummond with the screen. This one for 3. Kept alive. Second chance effort. That shot no good. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Detroit leading by 14.
Yo, check Dennis.
And he lobs it up top. Holland gets the bucket. Holland's got his second basket on the night.
And that's a backbreaker for the defense. I mean, offensive boards like that run momentum against you.
Yeah, that pops your confident balloon out there, just completely deflating when plays like that happen.
Schroeder passes to Stewart. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Stewart's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Shooing off all the contact, Stewart able to get through with an aggressive play.
Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And the layup is good off the glass. 5 points in the game.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Detroit leading by 18. And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And it's a completely new group for the 76ers.
Third team foul.
And Detroit has possession. 18 points separating these teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Schroeder can't get it to go. The 76ers have gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. George uses the glass on the layup. George has got 10 points.
Paul George just quick and smooth that time coming down the lane.
For Detroit, they've gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Pass to Stewart. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Excellent D there from Embiid. Oubre passes to George. And there's a pick. Out to Oubre. There's the three. A rebound by Detroit.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
This will be his second trip to the free throw line in this one. And the Pistons going with a whole new group out there. The Pistons lead by 16. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter.
See the raw talent that Cade Cunningham has. Hard work and the proper focus. This guy is capable of big, big things.
First one falls for him.
Cunningham. 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Cunningham. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter here. And keeping us updated from the sideline.
That is what I'm talking about. Wow. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
From the arc. And it's Cunningham missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside Maxey. 13 feet out. Hardaway grabs the board. Hardaway's got 4 rebounds in the game. There's Cunningham with a 3. Nails it from 3. Cunningham's got 27 points.
Yeah, Cade eager but not rushed that time, just jumping at the chance for the quick shot.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Duren for 3. And Grimes pulls it down. 76ers trail by 19. For 3, Maxey. Not going to go that time. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And so it's Detroit, out in front by 19 going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back after this word. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. They've got Joel Embiid, George out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Pass to Cunningham. Puts up a 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Oh, a really deep 3 that time. Cunningham's got 30. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Detroit?
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Here's Grimes. The rebound by Detroit. And the Pistons pushing it up now. Lets it fly. And that one's good. Cunningham's got 32 points in the game.
And there's something special about Cade Cunningham and his explosiveness when he's in transition like that. That's a quality shot.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Oubre, a screen on Hardaway. Here's George. And the jam by George.
PG showing that. That's a signature dunk from him.
Cunningham outside. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Knocks it loose. George with a steal. Outside Maxey. Outside Oubre. George scanning the floor. Out to Oubre. The 3. Rebound Detroit. Duran's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Harris. And he banks in the layup. And the Pistons lead by 18.
Tobias can take you off the bounce. He has that strong face-up game and creates offense that time.
Oh, got that one up quick. Cunningham's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Philadelphia's gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. Count it. Good. George has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Oubre will draw some attention as a scorer, but that's going to open up some passing lanes. And he doesn't make a mistake that time.
Duran finds Hardaway. Cunningham outside. 4 on the clock. Offensive rebound. 76ers trail by 16.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Pistons.
You know, their ability to protect the ball helped win it for them.
Yeah, it really did. Less turnovers mean you can get more chances to score. All coaches tell you to value every possession.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Cade Cunningham.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Oubre. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass as this defense is scrambling.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the game. Harris passes to Duran. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, just so active. I love the passion Duran brings to this game. And the skill set, too, is developing.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. And stolen by Cunningham. Fires away from way outside. So we see the Pistons taking the W here. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they...
is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. And for the Wizards, we've got Bilal Coulibaly. George is out there with Song. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And both teams look to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience. It takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
Here's Smart, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Thompson, and it's sent back by George. Pass to Song. Here's Coulibaly. Lock at 6. Outside for Smart. No good from outside. Smart's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. After a solid rookie campaign, Coach, Jalen Duren had a breakout sophomore year.
Well, Kevin, Jalen Duren knows who he is. Averaging a double-double, but he stays within himself. Doesn't take very many jump shots, shot well over 60%, and he has got a great motor.
A shot off that time. Cunningham with some nice D. For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Thompson kicks to Harris. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Song, the pass to Middleton. Now Sar. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Already expanding his game. Sar trying to get better at attacking quickly off the pass.
Cunningham against Smart. Cunningham gets the bucket.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Well, getting a good offensive player a high percentage look, there's nothing better than that.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Outside, George. And the call will be against Harris.
Tobias Harris.
That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Outside for Smart. 6 to shoot. George with the screen on Cunningham. Here's Smart. And the basket is good.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 3. Trains the three-pointer. Cunningham's got 7.
And you see that one motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Smart dishes to George. Takes it inside. It's hauled in by Harris. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. During the pass to Cunningham. And another 3 for Detroit.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent partly because of his versatility.
54 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pistons leading by 3. Hardaway passes to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Such a smart offensive player. Harris in just the right spot there to finish on the break.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Song. Back to Coulibaly. Clock at 6. At the elbow, it's Saar. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
There's 21 seconds left here in the opening quarter. It's Cunningham with the drive. Misses the layup. Pass to Saar to end the run. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Possession to Detroit.
Six seconds left to play in the first. Hardaway for three. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
On the floor for Detroit, Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Hardaway is out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the center position. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Vito Turkoglu as a big part of what we did in Orlando, was a most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
And you can see why they continue to call Cunningham's number. Once he's flipped that switch, let him go to work.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. Kicks it down to Middleton. Cunningham against Smart. Saar sets the screen for Smart. On the wing, Koulibaly. Just 5 on the clock. To the left wing. Releases. And that one goes long.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
And you look at the Detroit Pistons, Stan, so much young talent, but the chemistry is a work in progress, clearly.
Well, it is, Kevin, and they're working on it. But it's hard with so many new faces, and they still need a second and third guy that they can build around. They've got a lot of good role players, but they need a couple more stars.
On the wing, Koulibaly. Guarded by Hardaway. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And Koulibaly gets it to go.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
Cunningham inside, guarded by Smart.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Here's Saar. Middleton against Thompson. And Middleton kicks to Smart. George with the screen on Cunningham. Smart finds George. Saar with it. Pass to Koulibaly. Takes a three. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, with that size, it's easy for Sarr to see right where the rock needs to go.
And Cunningham with the slam.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Koulibaly, no good. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. There's the drive. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
And just too fast. Cunningham slices right through it.
On the wing, Koulibaly. George with the screen on Hardaway. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Cunningham kicks to Thompson. Pass to Duran. 1:12 left in the second quarter. And Thompson throws it down.
So fast of foot. On the run, Osir, tough to catch.
Here's Koulibaly. Guarded by Hardaway.
Detroit foul.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Detroit.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Just a special offensive talent. We don't see guys like Cunningham come through the league that often.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Coach, it didn't take long for Cade Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had to step up. And I've never heard Cade Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggles. He's got everything you could want in a team leader.
Thompson passes to Cunningham. Down low, Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
Here's Koulibaly. Guarded by Hardaway. Drives to the hoop. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Got a piece of it. And so it's the Detroit Pistons looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back right after this. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
They've got Jordan Poole. He's out there with Malcolm Brogdon. Corey Kispert is out there with Holmes. And it's Champagnie in at the 4th spot. So that's who Brian Keefe starts the second half with. Schroeder looking over the floor. Off target from outside. Wizards trail by 13. Now Poole to the right side. East End, the last few decades, we've seen the three become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is, and teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the three spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the three is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner three.
Here's Ivy. Detroit, no good that time either. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Ripped away. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first free throw of the game. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Fires from deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Schroeder's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Holmes setting the big for Poole. It's Holmes, high post. Brogdon kicks to Kispert. The shot from the low post is good. Pistons leading by 10.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
And here's Schroeder. And that one drops for him. Schroeder's got 5 now. And so it's Washington with it. 1:51 left in the third. Here's Brogdon. Detroit with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Schroeder. Rebound by Kispert.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Holmes setting the big for Poole. No good on the 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
He led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Who's always been amongst the league leaders in attempts.
Wizards trail by 13. Kispert with it. This one for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Kispert's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time
defensive foul.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might be.
Foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Pistons.
Officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
And Poole puts up a deep 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. The rebound by Champagnie. Wizards trail by 13. Brogdon kicks to Holmes. It's deflected. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Now, here's Poole. Can't connect from long distance. That shot off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Wizards shooting 43% from the field. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. Cunningham is out there with Hardaway. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. Here's Sarr, and Sarr throws it down.
And this is why you involve the big man Sarr in pick and rolls. He understands how to take advantage.
Smart against Cunningham. Good. Cunningham's got 25 points in the game.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
George with the screen on Hardaway. Coulibaly off target from three-point range. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. To the paint, here's Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got his third assist on the night. Here's Coulibaly, guarded by Hardaway, and stolen by Thompson. To the inside, here's Harris. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Harris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Here is Cunningham. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Cunningham. And Thompson kicks to Cunningham. With the drive, and Cunningham with the slam.
Oh, nasty dunk there by Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade's got length, skill, and athleticism.
In the corner, George with it. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Here's Coulibaly, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Well, sometimes you need more than just your stars, though. They've got to run something to get the other guys good looks.
It's Cunningham with the drive, and Cunningham with the slam.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And it's good, 2 points.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
Here's Coulibaly, guarded by Hardaway. Now Coulibaly. Just 5 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Coulibaly's got 6 in the quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Detroit.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
For the Wizards, Champagne's checked in, and Kispert subbed in for Chris Middleton. Here's Washington. It's an 18-point game. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cunningham.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Koulibaly, no good. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pulls up. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 33.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Koulibaly with it. The shot that time, not on target. Fires from way outside. Misses there. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This one was over well before.
on paper. This looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
A look at the 76ers starting group. Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Maxey, then there's George, and it's Grimes in at the 2. Now here's Maxey. Pass to Grimes. Up top, Oubre. Now here's Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Oubre. The 3-ball. It's rebounded by George. And the Wizards on the break. Here's Sarr. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
The Frenchman, s'il vous plaît. Taking flight. You gotta like Sarr.
George with a steal. And the Wizards on the break. Here's Middleton. And it's Middleton finishing it off.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's Oubre. There's a screen. Here's George. Good D by Middleton.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
After his rookie year, Clark, Chris Middleton got traded to Milwaukee.
Well, there were no ripples when this trade happened, BA. No earth shaking or anything like that, but it was major for the Bucks and Chris Middleton. He's been a multi-time All-Star, and he also was huge in that championship run in 21 for the Bucks.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
A bit ago, Brian Keefe and I were able to chat. I talked to him about Joel Embiid, and Coach told me Embiid does have us worried. He's just so physical out there, but we're going to be physical right back and get in his face when we can, so they'll be trying to challenge the big man all night.
Thanks for that, Allie. So it's Philadelphia now. The Wizards making their last shot. George outside. On the take. 5 on the clock. Oubre finds Maxey. Puts it up from 15. Oubre can't hit.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
George, good. They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Maxey passes to Embiid. The kick out to Maxey. Here's the pick. Pass to Oubre. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oubre.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
Washington leading by 8. Now here's Middleton. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
And Maxey gets it to go on the assist from Embiid.
Not just a perimeter threat now. Maxey very adept at converting in close, too.
Smart against Maxey. 4-3. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Here's Oubre. Back to George. Pass to Oubre. Here's George. Now here's Embiid. Oubre passes to George. Over Middleton. George's shot is off.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
It's George on the drive. Here's Koulibaly. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he's going to be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Oh, nice speed. On time and on target.
Maxey against Smart. Pass to George.
Hey, yo, right here.
Here's Sarr. Fires from deep. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Grimes, the pass to George. Embiid, a screen on George. George with it. Middleton covering. Washington leading by 7. Here's Sarr. The rebound by Embiid. It's George on the wing. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Washington Wizards closing out the quarter with it. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, let's quickly break down the game and what we've seen so far from the Wizards, guys.
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort, defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
So on the floor for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter, we've got Paul George, Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's Grimes in at shooting guard. And here's Oubre from the arc. The offensive rebound. Maxey finds Oubre. George for 3. Hits it. Now 2 of 6 from the field.
It's a big part of George's game, the three-point shot, and for good reason. I mean, he's a sniper out there.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players could learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous. That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Outside Koulibaly. There's a screen. A deep 3. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Here's Grimes. That one no good. Some solid defense from Koulibaly. Pass to Sarr. Back to Middleton. Here's Sarr. It's Middleton on the wing. Pulls it. Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Oubre. George outside. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And there's Oubre. That one's good. On the assist by George. Oubre's gotten his first bucket of the night. Pass to Smart. It's stolen by Maxey. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Ryan, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA. But clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
George passes to Oubre. And And it's all from three-point range.
He's got to be mad at himself. You won't get a better look than that.
Here's Sarr. Pass to Smart. Six to shoot to win the drought. And Smart nails the triple.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Maxey passes to Oubre. Maxey surveys. Pass to Grimes. Back to Oubre. And he slams it in one-handed.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Here's Maxey. After the basket by Washington. Right wing. Here's Grimes. Koulibaly defending. And the call will be against Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
From deep, Sarr. It's rebounded by George. Philadelphia's got 3 of 5 to fall from beyond the three-point line in the second. Oubre passes to Embiid. Embiid, a screen on George. From outside the arc. They grab their own miss. Oubre. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep converting the easy bucket.
Kelly Oubre Jr. taking 2 shots.
So Oubre nails them both. For Washington, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Pass to Sarr. Launches a 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. George, right side. Over Smart. Philadelphia with another miss. Tie game in Washington. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
The 76ers.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
They've got Rashawn Holmes, Jordan Poole out there with Malcolm Brogdon. Then it's Kispert, and it's Champagnie at the 4. That's the group starting the second half for Brian Keefe. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
Now here's Poole. No good with the triple. Here we go, the Sixers on the break. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Clark, we hear coaches often say, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit, and that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, you can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
Poole against Lowry. They set the screen. Pass to Holmes. Kispert outside. Holmes, a screen on Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Drains the triple. Kispert's got his first 3 points of the game.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Poole against Lowry. Outside Edwards. Here's Yabusele. No points yet. Comes up empty down low. Washington has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Holmes passes to Kispert. Pass to Champagny. Kispert's shot is good. Kispert's got 5.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Lowry surveys the D. To the inside. Back to Drummond. And Holmes with the block.
Oh, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
Washington leading by 3. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. And Andre Drummond is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. A new lineup here for Washington.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Middleton against George. Now here's Middleton. Defense right on him. Count it. Middleton's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That was really a platinum level effort from Middleton. I mean, crafty in how he carved out room for himself on the interior.
Maxey against Smart. Can they get it? And that's off the glass and in. 10 points for him.
Recognized that space given, and Maxey pulled up in the mid-range for the bucket.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Out to Oubre. George outside. Shot clock at 5. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Wizards leading by 3. And that one is hammered home.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Buries it from 3.
Every time Maxey steps on the floor, you expect a big scoring night. Tyrese can explode offensively at any time.
George with it. Guarded now by George. 3-pointer is up. Middleton. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. There's 45 seconds left in the third. It's George on the wing. Middleton covering. They set the pick. George against Middleton. George's shot is off. The Wizards with a lead. And here's George. Here's Sarr. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Sarr's got 6.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see from Sarr. Owning the glass and then finishing the play.
And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
8 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Oubre, a screen on Smart. It could go. And that'll do it for the third quarter. It's Washington up by 4. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but and it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Wizards leading by 4. On the court for Philadelphia to start the 4th. Kelly Oubre out there with George. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. Pass to Middleton. George with a steal. Outside Oubre. No good on the triple. Well, the Wizards shooting it at 52%.
And Middleton is just a total package, not just a scorer, but a terrific passer as well.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
TC Bailey, it's time to welcome your Wizard Dancer.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. They were encouraging their team to run, look for breaks. Coach wants to see them getting into transition more. Back to you, Brian.
And Allie, thank you for that. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
George against Middleton. Oubre on the wing. Pass to Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Screen by Embiid. And here's Oubre from the arc. Another shot. George outside. Beyond the arc. And another miss by Philadelphia.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
76ers trail by 9. Maxey attacking. Pass to Embiid. It's stolen by Smart. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Get into the passing lanes and you never know what will happen. Smart took advantage of a lazy pass that time.
For 3, Maxey fires in the triple.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
Outside Coulibaly. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. From deep, Sarr. And that comes off the assist by Middleton. And the Wizards lead by 11.
If that jumper could become a consistent option for Sarr, he's going to be a dangerous player in this league.
Maxey, that's good.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
No one covering.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And there's the screen. Let's go with a 3. Embiid misses. Wizards leading by 11. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. Smart looking around. 3-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 6 so far in the 4th. Grimes' shot is off.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
And that one's good. Coulibaly.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Smart against Maxey. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. 76ers trail by 11. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Maxey taking up that airspace, doing a nice job just bouncing off the floor there.
Outside Coulibaly. They set a pick. Here's the 3. The rebound by Embiid. The 76ers have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this 4th quarter. Looking to end this cold spell. Takes it up with both hands. and rips it down.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
Tell you what, you hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Offensive board. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Maxey against Smart. There's the three. Out to the wing. Clock at 4. Pass to Coulibaly. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Smart against Maxey. So we see the Wizards taking the W here. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really